Hello and welcome to another movie review. Today I'm reviewing the 2025 supernatural horror movie Weapons. This movie was directed by Cregger, if his name sounds familiar, because he directed Barbarian in 2022. So what is this movie about, you ask? Well, it's about how at 2:17 a.m., 17 kids from Mrs. Gandy's school all ran out into the night with little to no explanation. The one of the main characters is Justine Gandy, voiced by Julia Gardner. She is definitely an interesting protagonist in this movie, and not to mention, Josh Brolin also stars as Archer, another one of the characters wanting to figure out the disappearance of the 17 kids. Eventually, we later on find out that there's this woman named Aunt Gladys, voiced by Amy Madigan. She is actually she is actually the aunt of one of the kids, that being named Alice. And of course, she is seen as she seems to be a nice person, but later on in the movie, it turns out she was actually responsible for trapping the 17 kids in a basement. Yes, you heard me right. Aunt Gladys was actually a witch the whole time. Yup, it's as crazy as it sounds. And a police chief named Ed is voiced by Toby Huss. If Toby Huss's name sounds familiar, he voiced Todd in Beavis and Butthead, a 1993 animated television sitcom. Speaking of sitcoms, he also voiced Cotton Hill and Khan in the show King of the Hill. I really liked Huss's performance as Chief Ed. I mean, seriously, he was such a good actor in this movie. And for some reason, every time I heard Police Chief Ed talking, it kind of sounded like Todd a little bit. But that's beside the point. This movie has some gnarly scenes in it. At the very end, Alex actually takes a lock from one of from Aunt Gladys's wig and puts it on a thing on a stick and snaps it. And thus the 17 kids go after Gladys and tear her apart limb from limb and mouth to jaw. Trust me, that scene is intensely bloody, but it's also a great finale. And also, there was actually a jump scare that actually got me. There was a jump scare where Archer sees Gladys's face in bed. When I saw that jump scare, I could not stop replaying it over and over and over again. I was literally like this. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That jump scare got me so bad, I might have nightmares about that jump scare. Honestly, the whole cast did a great job. In fact, the movie was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Amy Madigan, which she wound up winning. Her Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, which in my opinion was well deserved. She did a great job playing the antagonist in this movie. And if it ain't clear, I'm giving Weapons a 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite horror movies of 2025. And in fact, when a way you could tell that the characters are possessed is if their eyes are actually extruding out further, like their their eyes are less inside their eye socket, if that makes sense. That little detail really adds a lot. So again, this movie gets a 10 out of 10 for sure. It's definitely one of the most rewatchable horror movies of 2025 so far. Well, 2025. So there you go. Weapons gets a 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.